We are blessed to speak with Perry Givon Smith today, and it's really great to be with you, Perry, as you are the founder of two Lutheran schools in Liberia, one in your own hometown of Riverside and the other in the capital of Monrovia. So Perry, you've done a lot of good things in your lifetime. So would you just tell us a little bit about your lifetime as being as a child and a young adult as you were growing up?
Well, when I was a child, it was very nice because I was with my parents, and even though my mom was not living again, but my dad and my stepmom, they took me to the missionary. So I went to Open Bible Mission School, and I went to the school. So from my childhood, I was strictly under the Christian doctrine. So I went, and it's a Pentecostal school. So I went to Open Bible, and then did my elementary school there. And then from there, when I went to Buchanan, I was in Grand Bassa County. I was privileged again to go to another, American missionary school, Liberia Christian High School. So my childhood was just surrounding the missionaries and then the school circle. That what really encouraged me for me to be what I am today.
What was it like going through the Civil War, and what were you doing in the Civil War during that time?
Oh, the Civil War met me in the capital, Monrovia, where I was living, and I was having my family, so having my children. We have to walk from Monrovia and get to Riverside, and it's not an easy thing. We went through the hunger, we went through all the brutality, but God had us, and today we are saved because when I was in Monrovia, I was teaching. We were having a school there in the neighborhood, and I was teaching, and then I had a soccer team, so youth team. So a lot of people knew me. So it saved us a lot, my family and myself and other people who went along with me. Because everywhere we went to the gate, the military men then, the militias from the rebel, some of them would say, oh yeah, we know him. He's a school guy, he cool and things and so forth, But so in essence, it was just a very tough time because, to leave from the city with your children and go back in the interior and live under that kind of condition, it was very disheartening.
Okay. Well, at some point in time, you left Liberia to come to the United States. What led you to leave Liberia to come to the United States?
Well, at the end of the war, before the war could subside, we were just, going out here and there for food. So we were going to the Cali Relief Center there in Monrovia for food, and I met a lot of old people. They were standing along the road, and then I told them, I said, wait, I would make sure to cross here because, it was wartime and there's no traffic regulation, cars just moving up and down. So I told them, I said, wait, and one of the old ladies, she was impatient. She thought that if she wait, then, she would not get some of the ration, the food. So the car all hit her, she ran, they threw her in the ditch. And it was just bad for her. So I went there, we helped her, we took her to the very hospital where they were sharing the food. And then from there, the next day or two, after we went back to the hospital to see whether the old lady was okay, then we went to the USIS library and read some of the BBC scripts from the library. So one of the librarians came and just gave me the news magazine. And when I opened it, I saw in there, people were talking about the old lady who the car just hit and all these a few days ago. And we saw the AARP, American Association of Retired Persons. So everybody said, oh, but this is a very good thing you have to read about because you just saved her old lady life and you gave her most of the food. So I started reading and it developed that part of consciousness in me, and then I said, no, but then since everybody forming NGO here and there, I think I will form the Liberian Association of Retired Persons. So I asked questions, and they gave me information from Canada, and then I decided to go along and form the organization, and then to a certain, by the grace of God, God could bless us, they reply us. And Liberian Association of Retired Persons was registered, and then we started having invitation. That's how I got invitation from Israel, and I got invitation from South Africa. I got invitation because they call them the International Federation of Aging. Then I got it from one Jean Smith here in New York. At that time, in 1996 or 1997, she was the president for the American Association of Retired Persons. So I had another invitation again from the International Community of Caring. So I came to the States in 1998 and I attended the international conference. So that what really brought me to the States. And for me to go back, the war was going on, rebels were attacking here. So the American immigration authorities told me, they said, look, we're not asking you to go, but we cannot push you back there for you to go into the war because things are not real. So do you have a friend to stop by here and wait for a little? Because there's no flight now to go back home. So from there, I decided, to find my way here and there. So I was going to the Lutheran Evangelical Church here in Edison, New Jersey. So when I was coming here to Texas, then before I got here, then I met the Lutheran Church, and I was very, very happy to see everybody here because it was just easy. So that the whole step about me moving here to the States came about.